Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And as you can see, we've already started here. And it's Scholes. And the pass is intercepted. Oh, what a pass, a goal! And the ball's come loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Saka does really well to win the ball there. Oh, surely that deserved better.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay.
Mbappe! Saka!
Indonesia have created a real intensity from the start, and there's no sign of any let-up.
Van Nistelrooy bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Haaland. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
There's the golden nugget, that is Paul Scholes, one of the game's unsung heroes.
And nothing seems to change him, all that adulation, he's the same bloke.
Agreed, but on a world level, he ought to have higher status. But he's never been one for hugging the limelight, he just loves being the quiet assassin.
Rice, and it's Belletti. That is a great pick out. Bale unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he's been shifted off it. Driving forward.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak
Haaland! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Haaland has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
And it's been... Goal! That was superb goalkeeping.
Saka actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Rice, that is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Great defending, strong and determined. Indonesia still without a single shot on target. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That's been cut out, well played. Saka. Indonesia applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. And here's Van Nistelrooy. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy. Now he's off and running. Belletti. For Rice. Rodri. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Saka. Saka going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Bale. Now it's Bale. Foden. Haaland. And here's Mbappe. Foden. And he's cut it out. Corner number 2 then. Tries a header! In he goes again! They've scored!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
And we hit half-time. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room. And while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And the game has already resumed here.
Indonesia can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Koundé. And here's Haaland. And that is a little undercooked. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Roberto Carlos, very much a man of this moment. Quickly taken. Roberto Carlos. Just too much on that. He's found a way through. Goalkeeper's ball. Scholes. Saka providing an outlet on that flank. Roberto Carlos. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Oh, it's come loose. Scholes. Albert Ferrer. Could move up a gear here. Oh, super find. Mbappe, and the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Indonesia have their third corner. Jimenez tries to clear. Indonesia have the chance to go the other way.
The attendance for this match was
he's burst through.
649.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Haaland. Haaland. Ter Stegen catches it safely.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Foden. Now it's Ruben Neves.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
No way through there. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
He's through here. Shapes to shoot! He has done it! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe!
Well, his movement is all based on fine margins, and the timing of his run then was ideal.
Tunisia are now luxuriating in a decent hit!
Substitution on the field. Number 9, Erling Haaland. Coming on the field is number 10, Robert Lewandowski.
That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Number 47, Phil Foden. Number 13,
In with a header!
coming on the
Rodri
field.
can get it clear.
Number 8, Pedri.
And here's Lewandowski. Lewandowski gets flagged offside. Albert Ferrer cuts it out. Bayer sends that a long way. Indonesia couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Scholes. And here's Mbappe. Indonesia can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Oh, he's had a shot! No mistake!
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Indonesia get themselves back into contention.
I think they've done so well to get back in it, but it's important now that they don't become over-eager in chasing another. They only need one more chance. Patience is key.
Ruben Neves wins the duel this time. Great hit! Really well taken goal. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
Indonesia could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
And Scholes. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking for the runner. He's got a sight of goal! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there. The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. Black and white, the prevalent colours here, the Estadio Monumental Colo-Colo, now bearing the name of the proud club that call it their home. And already we're underway here. Roberto Carlos gets a good foot in there. Jim, what do you think when you see Beckham?
Where do I start? Winner, hard worker, great footballing brain, set-piece expert, magic right foot, and leader.
So what is he most of all?
Well, from the list previously mentioned, winner.
Settle for that. Ruben Neves wins the duel this time. Colo-Colo have it back and can go again. Oh, super find. Well, that's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. He's had a hit! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Bale! And they've got rid. Olise. But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
He is through here. There's the hit! No, not this time.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
And it's Conte. He's through, and Van Nistelrooy! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Colo-Colo are looking to go forward now. And here's Bale. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Roberto Carlos, a player who needs no introduction. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And here's Van Nistelrooy.
Carlos really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Rodri. Oh, that's a key interception. Van Nistelrooy. Now it's Bale. Bale. Marcos Alonso. Oh, terrible pass. Good read, needed to be. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Roberto Carlos. And it's Roberto Carlos. And here's Van Nistelrooy.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
In with the challenge. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Owen.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Now it's Bale, and he's had it nicked away. Nicely aimed pass. That's headed upfield. And reclaimed it in a trice. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Beckenbauer spots it and intercepts. Picked out brilliantly. Bale tries a shot! And he's there to get it away. And he's quick to snatch it back. Rodri. David Villa. Interesting ball. That has been cut short. Now it's Bale. And he's in on goal. Van Nistelrooy unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Olise. David Villa.
Se agregará un minuto al tiempo reglamentario.
And it's Marcos Alonso. And that interception was most... And it's half-time here. Well, it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0.
Cambio en el Colo-Colo. Número 24.
And we're underway again.
Número 20.
Indonesia are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
No, that's been intercepted. Olise. And it's Sneijder. And that could... Owen gets through. Real chance! What a wonderful goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one. The invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
He can run onto that. Bale. And the finish! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
OK, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Conte. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Bale. Van Nistelrooy!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Still chasing the game, trailing by one. Owen! He's found a way through. Keeper's ball.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Roberto Carlos running with the ball. That is good alertness. Sneijder, who's set up one goal so far. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Indonesia are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Fiddles it through. Owen! And he's cut it out. That's a... Can he finish? They've done it! Two to the good! They have breathing space! Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen it.